However, some tradition they dispersed among the heathen of their purchase got, and fabled how the serpent, whom they called a Phaeon, with Eurynome, the wide encroaching Eve perhaps, at first the rule of high Olympus, thence by Saturn driven, and Ops, ere yet Dictaean Jove was born. Meanwhile in Paradise the hellish pair too soon arrived, sin there in power before, once actual, now in body, and to dwell habitual habitant. Behind her death, close following pace for pace, now not mounted yet on his pale horse, to whom sin thus began. Second of Satan sprung, all-conquering death, what thinkest thou of our empire now, though earned with travel difficult? Not better far than still at hell's dark threshold to have sat watch, unnamed, undreaded, and thyself half starved. Whom thus the sin-born monster answered soon: To me, who with eternal famine pine, alike is hell, or paradise, or heaven, there best, where most with ravine I may meet, which here, though plenteous, all too little seems to stuff his maw, this vast unhide-bound corpse. To whom the incestuous mother thus replied: Thou therefore on these herbs, and fruits, and flowers feed first, on each beast next, and fish, and fowl, no homely morsels, and whatever thing the scythe of time mows down, devour unspared, till I, in man residing through the race, his thoughts, his looks, words, actions, all infect, and season him thy last and sweetest prey. This said, they both betook them several ways, both to destroy, or unimmortal make all kinds, and for destruction to mature sooner or later, which the Almighty seeing, from his transcendent seat the saints among, to those bright orders uttered thus his voice: See, with what heat these dogs of hell advance to waste and havoc yonder world, which I so fair and good created, and had still kept in that state, had not the folly of man let in these wasteful furies, who impute folly to me. So doth the Prince of Hell and his adherents, that with so much ease I suffer them to enter and possess a place so heavenly, and conniving seem to gratify my scornful enemies, that laugh as if, transported with some fit of passion, I to them had quitted all, at random yielded up to their misrule, and know not that I called, and drew them thither, my hellhounds, to lick up the draught and filth which man's polluting sin with taint hath shed on what was pure, till crammed and gorged, nigh burst was sucked and glutted offal. At one sling of thy victorious arm, well-pleasing Sun, both sin and death and yawning grave at last, through chaos hurled, obstruct the mouth of hell for ever, and seal up his ravenous jaws. Then heaven and earth, renewed, shall be made pure to sanctity, that shall receive no stain. Till then the curse pronounced on both proceeds. He ended, and the heavenly audience loud sung hallelujah, as the sound of seas through multitude that sung. Just are thy ways, righteous are thy decrees on all thy works. Who can extenuate thee, next to the Son, destined restorer of mankind, by whom new heaven and earth shall to the ages rise, or down from heaven descend? Such was their song, while the Creator, calling forth by name his mighty angels, gave them several charge, as sorted best with present things. The sun had first his precepts so to move, so shine, as might affect the earth with cold and heat scarce tolerable, and from the north to call decrepit winter, from the south to bring solstitial summer's heat. To the blanc moon her office they prescribed, to the other five their planetary motions and aspects, in sextile square and trine and opposite of noxious efficacy, and when to join in synod unbenign, and taught the fix their influence malignant, when to shower, which of them rising with the sun or falling should prove tempestuous. To the winds they set their corners, when with bluster to confound sea, air, and shore, the thunder when to roll with terror through the dark aerial hall.